Yeah, and always strive to be the best. Wait, they never think of testing me. Never ever get my recipe, especially cause I'm claiming every day on the grind to get this pay, making moves in every way, and all I really lack is time to play.
You know who never fucking came through for us?
Who's that?
Oddball.
Fucking Oddball. Whatever happened? Is he still around?
I don't know. I'm not truly keyed into the hip hop scene.
You're not? I never would have guessed.
I am very, very keyed into the 90s hip hop scene.
Is there still a 90s hip hop scene?
Fuck you. All right. Who's this? Tony Lowery. Lowery? Tony Lowery. Coming at ya. Tiger style.
Tiger style.
Produced by Silk. Or Uncle Silk. Silky Uncle.
Produced by my silky uncle.
You had one of those, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
What is this? Reverb Nation. Tony Tiger style. Whatever. All right. Bye. Fuck. Okay, so I wanted to remind everybody at some point during the show it's just going to stop and you can pick up the rest of the show over on Patreon. Do we want to say that we are bringing something new to the table by this new style of just stopping a show right in the middle of it and making people pay for the rest? Or do we just admit that we're too lazy to record two shows and we just record one and split it?
I think... Thanks for asking me off the air, Dick. I think you just made the choice for us. Oh, shit. I think everybody knows that we're lazy anyways. But no, we're going to call it groundbreaking.
Speaking of groundbreaking, we're trying our run at another network.
You mean like we're going to run at them like, come at me, bro?
So this is try number 3 for us. Hold on. You know what we haven't done? Drum rolls. We haven't done that in a while.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Can't even do it.
All right.
I can't even do it.
So we are.
Laughing.
What's that?
I said I can't even do it without laughing.
So we tried our hand with the Hush Your Face Network,
and
then we did, what was the other one? Poop Culture Extended Universe.
Yep.
And now we are the newest additions to the. Hold on, I gotta look at what it's called. I wonder if we could just never say the name of the network that we're on. Never tweet about them. Nothing.
So
we're like undercover members.
You keep on saying.
Oh, I was just getting ready to say the name. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to let you say the name.
No. Go ahead.
You keep on saying we, but I think I should make this very, very clear right up front. I am 100% against this.
Why? What? Okay. How are we going to do this? How am I going to be a part of the network and you're not?
I don't care. That's semantics, man. I don't give a shit about that.
You don't have to bring the Jewish culture into this.
I think I do.
You're being anti-semantic.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so Drama City Productions. That's the new network that we're on.
That you're on.
That's the new network that I'm on.
Right. See, now we are groundbreaking. We're going to be the first podcast that's half on the network.
No, so the show is on the network.
No, half the show. Half this show is mine. It's my intellectual property.
All right. So the half that's on the Patreon is not on the network.
Wait. Okay, wait. So does that mean a quarter of the show is on the network? I'm so confused.
Wouldn't it be easier if you were just all in on this?
Nope. I mean, yes, it would be easier, but it's not going to happen. When have you known me to be easy about anything? Wait.
So I had asked some of the people that are in the network.
Mm-hmm.
I had asked some of the people that are in the network to, I guess we'll just volunteer a show.
Mm-hmm.
if it's okay with you guys, pick one of your shows, and we'll just drop in and listen to part of it, and then I guess we'll just discuss it. And
all right, before we do that, I have to make it very clear that Doug's on the network and I'm not. So anything I say, don't attribute that to Doug or his portion of the show. Just
wait a minute. Am I the who or am I the right?
I'm the right, so you're the who.
All right. So, you know what? Before we get kicked off the network, I want to say what shows are on the network.
All right.
I can't do that because the fucking website's down. This is going to do us a lot of fucking good.
See, you want to join a network that can't even get a website up and running? Don't they have an IT guy?
You know what? I think Seamus was their IT guy.
That guy. God, I've never met such a douche in my life. Never even met him. Just a fucking douche.
So I was going to play Sack 'em Up Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
That's the podcast. Sack 'em Up Sundays podcast.
At least the name's cool.
All right. They're also from North Carolina.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Let's see here. What do we know about them? The show that talks about anything, everything, and nothing. Brought to you by two people with little to no knowledge on what they're saying. God damn it, that sounds like fucking ripped us off.
I was gonna say are you talking about our show or their show?
Fuck. It sounds like they took our shit and changed a couple words around. Wait a minute. Maybe they were here before us.
You better check that.
Yeah, hold on.
We're pioneers.
Hopefully. Well, I don't want to talk shit, and then it turned out we ripped them off.
No, I do. It's cool.
Wait a minute. What episode are they on? Fuck, I'm already over this.
See, you don't even want to be on the network. I thought I was going to come off like the bad guy here. You're the one that actually agreed to it.
This is from their episode, A Bunch of Warlocks.
Oh, it doesn't sound like anything we would do.
It's time to break out your magic wands as we talk to a couple witches and wizards from the Spellcast podcast. What? About the world of magic and the best way to breed witches. We also break out the tarot cards and learn the fate of the show. It sounds awesome. What kind of fucking network did you sign us up for?
Why you gotta blame me?
All right, here we go. Oh, dropping in randomly. Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Ignatius has a really cool yard for us to work with. So usually
that was Sack 'em Up Sundays. That was not fair of me. The portion that I dropped in on was.
I was gonna say you might be onto something there.
Better.
So on that note,
they worry me. Sorry, I was just gonna say those kinds of people do worry me because I don't want.
No, all right. You want to critique them?
That's not fair. They're on the same network as you. I'd have to critique you. What's the critique here? I don't know anything about that.
I want to find out who are these podcasts.
I think that's already been done.
Oh, damn it.
Aspects of practicing magic. It's just we find.
You know, a lot of these shows like this is what I dislike about indie podcasts. They could be very interesting to listen to, but the sound quality is so shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to be bad cop. I'm supposed to be good cop.
So what I hate about these indie podcasts is a lot of them are really interesting, but the sound quality is so shitty. I don't know what you're going to say after that.
Use your fucking imagination, douchebag.
I was trying to channel my inner Doug. The sound quality is so shitty that
I could eat a cheeseburger.
I could.
All right, hold on.
Are discovering what our strengths are, and then that's going to be what we focus on, which is great because everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. And if you have a coven or
I don't know if we should talk shit about them if they're fucking witches. So
anybody that uses the word coven unironically,
what if you're a witch?
Yeah,
that's what you're supposed to call them.
If you're unironically a witch,
what?
I don't know. It's like I'm trying to say that the whole thing is stupid. Witches,
like it might have just been easier to say that.
Yeah, I know. Witches and covens and magic and blah. So stupid. I'm so bored with that.
You don't. So
check out this show.
You don't believe that there's dark energy and light energy?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, negative and positive energy. Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Maybe I didn't pick up. I don't know how much time you want to spend talking about another podcast on our podcast.
Are you asking me seriously?
Yeah.
0?
But
why don't we start a review show where we just review the Joe Rogan show? Every week we just review Joe Rogan.
See, this is funny. One of their episode titles is Stephen Hawking as Iron Man. That's funny.
It is? I mean, I think if you have to tell me that it's funny, that means it's not funny. I mean, I guess maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe that's what it is.
But you're jaded against anyway, so
everything, everybody, all the time.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what to say. Okay, so here's the problem with us being on a network.
You keep saying us, you. Here's the problem with you being on a network.
All right, so the whole point of being on an indie podcast network is to take your listeners and expose your listeners to other shows. At the same time, hoping that the other shows and their listeners are exposed to your show. Here's what our problem is. I know people are going to jump all over this, but we don't care.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, of course, we want a lot of people to listen to our show. That is a true statement.
Yes.
But we don't want to misinform the listeners that we do have in hopes of gaining one or two other listeners. So, when we say that we like a podcast, it's because we like the podcast.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. That's yeah, exactly.
Now that doesn't, it's not like we have a whole army of people that listen to us and will run to go do whatever we want them to do. We can't even get them to do anything for nothing. But the people that do listen, it's like I feel like I have to have some sort of integrity or something. Like if I say something, I want them to know that I mean it. And I would hate, and I'm not saying it's this. All right, fine, fucking, I am saying it's this one. I don't want to sit there and tell somebody to go listen to this show. One, I've never listened to it.
Yep.
Up until just now.
Right.
And then two, what I did hear, I can't tell you what they were saying other than Covens because you brought that up because I was distracted by the sound quality.
So I thought this conversation was going to go different. I thought I was going to be trying to talk you out of this, but it seems like you're trying to talk yourself out of this. I really haven't even thrown anything in there yet. So
you know it. I mean,
if we're all, I have no problem with any of. I don't know any of these people, obviously, but I got no problem with any of them. But like, they have their audience, we have ours. Their show is different than ours. Our show. I mean, if there's crossover, cool. I mean, I don't listen to any indie podcasts. I don't listen to very many indie podcasts. So I just have no interest. I think indie podcast networks are kind of dumb.
But it isn't the best thing about this is the best way to handle this would be to just not say anything.
Then what's the point of having a podcast?
No, I'm talking about the best way to address a podcast on your network that you don't care about.
I don't care about any of them. That's why I'm telling you I don't want to be on this network. Like, sorry. That's why I'm telling you I'm not going to be on this network.
All right. How come when I called you and talked to you about it and said, "Hey, we're going to join a network. Are you good with it?" You said, "Yeah, that's fine."
Because I think it's hilarious that we can join a network, that you can join a network and I can't. That's great. That's awesome. That's hilarious to me. to the idea that half of our podcast is going to join this network and the other half is not is fucking hilarious to me. I'll join 12 networks if we can do that. That's fucking great. Wait, you'll join 12 networks so that I can join none of them.
But you're not. I mean, it's not like they're losing anything by you not being on the network.
I'm gonna bash them.
If I was to check your Twitter right now, I would say there's 50-50 shot that your pinned tweet has anything to do with our show. And if it does have anything to do with our show, it's got to be at least a month old.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, they're really missing out on your promos.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search out and I'm going to find my own network to join. We're going to be on 2 competing networks.
Why don't you join that network that John joined?
Civilized Creatures?
Yeah.
Nope. Just because of the name, I'm out. That's stupid. You think you're better? You think you're better than me?
All right.
Oh shit.
So now that's like so the network that I'm on is already pissed off at me, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you weren't even part of it.
Uh-huh.
The network that would be willing to take you, you just talk shit about them. So now they're pissed off at both of us.
Now's when I need to try to get on their network. I piss them off in advance and then see if they'll let me on, and then piss them off even more. It's like people just don't get where I'm coming from, you know? You keep letting me on your network. It's your own stupid fault.
Okay, here's what you do. You tell them if they let you on their network, you'll give them exclusive access to our Beastie Boys episode.
The idea that I had was the only access that either one of these networks is going to get, they're going to get my audio track on my network and your audio track on your network, and that's it. We're never going to release them mixed. We're going to release them exclusively to our networks, and you have to mix them yourself. That's promo for both networks. Because you have to subscribe to both networks to get our feed.
All right. If there's any networks that are still around by the time this show's over that is interested in taking Anthony on.
Oh my God. So did the guys or girls at what's it called? The network you're on?
God damn it.
Dark Crossing Promotions?
Drama City Productions.
Drama City Productions. Did those guys, girls?
Drama. City. Should I play the bumper?
No. The answer to that question is always no.
Let me play the bumper.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta find it.
I thought you were ready. That was gonna be nice.
Go. You're gonna have to talk for a little bit.
I didn't know it was gonna take you that long. So I was asking you a question. Did any of those people listen to our show?
Yeah, there's quite a few people that we interact with quite often that listen to this show or that's on this network.
All right. So I mean,
I can't tell you because the fucking website's down.
The people that run the network, do they listen to our show?
Yeah,
and they're still interested.
Yeah. Then
all of this is their own fault.
You can blame.
I blame it all on them.
It's the small town mentality guy.
If you've ever listened to our show and you get in bed with us and then you get mad when you get the diseases we have, come on.
All right, hold on. That's not the promos. Network tags. Maybe that's what I'm looking for.
I mean,
here we go.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know which one this is, so hold on. I want to try to do this like all professional.
Okay. Ready.
Here's sound from our network.
So professional.
Drama City Productions.com.
That is so gay.
That wasn't even me that said that. I think everybody else was expecting me to say that.
Which is worse? This?
Drama City Productions.com.
Or the Hush Your Face thing? We've got to find the Hush Your Face rap and have a gay off.
Have a gay off.
Right,
so I will give them credit. The Hush Your Face rap is way gayer.
You think so?
Absolutely. That's just cheesy. It's not. I wouldn't even call that gay. That's just cheesy. The Hush Your Face thing is super gay.
God damn it! I've got this somewhere. I'm. Carry on.
So I've made it clear repeatedly my disdain for podcast networks and podcasts in general. Why would people keep inviting us to their network?
All right.
Hush Your Face is coming straight to your ears. A podcast network that's changing gears, bringing fresh funky pods with a fresh funky beat. A family of pods that are bringing the heat. There ain't no stopping us. Keep coming back to us, sick ass pods that'll make you hush. www Hush Your Face. www Hush Your Face. www hushyourface.com.
Should I play the other 30 seconds?
No. I shouldn't have played that fucking 15 seconds or whatever it was.
Oh, fuck you. That shit was funny. All right.
Now we're going to get sued.
We're part of that network.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I don't
Do we still have permission to play that?
don't know.
We did.
Drama City Productions.com.
Which one is more likely to make you suck a dick?
Well, the first one for sure, I could suck a dick while I'm listening to it. The second one's too short. The worst part about it is that all these people running these networks are probably just fine people. Just leave me out of it.
You're already in it.
I know, it sucks.
All right.
Because I feel like if we came on here and like, just go check out our new network, go check out this show that I've never listened to, that I would never listen to because I think it sounds stupid. Like that, what? That's dumb. I don't understand the point of it.
I think the point of it is to help other podcasters.
Yeah, I don't care about doing that though. That's the thing. I mean, I don't care. I just want to get on here and just say a bunch of dumb shit for a couple hours every week, put it out there, and hope people like it. I don't care about the rest of the
All right,
shit
you want to get
that
out of
goes
the network
along
then?
with. Yeah, I'm not in it. They don't have permission to use my likeness.
All right.
But I kind of want you to stay in it though, just because I think it's funny. if they let you stay in it.
It looks like you can get to Sack 'em Up Sundays on Spreaker.com. All right, I'm done with that whole shit.
All right.
There.
All right.
How long we been recording?
24 minutes.
We did a 24-minute promo for DramaCityProductions.com.
All right, we're gonna cut it right here so they can use this as a promo to drop into every other show. We're gonna need you to drop in this 24-minute promo.
I'll put that on the Google Drive. Look for that.
All right, I'm back in because that's funny. I think we've been doing this for over 2 years, and there are people that have been listening almost that whole time. You would think that they would know where I'm coming from. Why I don't know why anybody would be surprised by any of this. This is all.
Okay, so every time that we get wrapped up with anybody,
Yeah.
it is. It's short lived.
Oh, for sure.
Whenever they come forward.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, we lost our Florida correspondent after last week.
That sucks. How did that not work out?
I don't know. I assume it was, somebody listens to the show and says, you know what? I'll be nice. I'm going to send them a link to talk about.
Uh-huh.
And then you spend 15 minutes talking about her snatch.
Uh-huh. I don't see the problem. So one of the pictures coming. That's all I need to know.
And I think I told you, I don't remember, but fidget spinner's back to listening again.
Yeah, you did tell me that. Yes. Right. That's great. Welcome, fidget spinner. Are you still spinning that fidget?
I wonder, you know what? I don't even know if our voicemail works.
We're on top of it.
Well,
we do all these things every week. We're like, we're going to set this up. We're going to promote the show this way. And this lasts for about 15 minutes. And then this is an important lesson for all the kids out there. Just don't try.
I'm actually hoping that our voicemail.
After the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Hold on. I'm hoping it don't work. If it works, that means nobody's calling.
When's the last time we gave out the number? All right, we need to move on to the segment where we complain about lack of.
Who's Right podcast.
Fuck, it works.
Leave your name, your phone, and any feed.
So we need to move on to a segment where we complain about the lack of engagement from our fans.
While I'm talking about it,
yeah,
508-974-4489.
Perfect. Call. I'm not going to call, but you have me to call and leave a message. How about I'll call and then you call and we'll just do the show that way. We'll leave messages for each other back and forth.
Fidget spinner, give us a call. 508-974-4489.
Didn't he call before?
Yeah, that's how he used to communicate with us.
Oh yeah.
I guess I could play some old fidget spinner voicemails.
How'd you know he's back if he didn't leave us a voicemail?
I went and checked our iTunes reviews, and all he said is fidget spinner's back, bitches.
Sweet. We missed you, buddy.
It was like 2 months in, Tasha was listening, remember?
Yeah.
And every week we would get like a 6-paragraph review of that week's show about how funny it was or how I was wrong or how you were wrong.
Yeah.
And then it's like back to like episode 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where she was just whatever she wrote about from last week was what we ended up bagging on the week after. And then the last thing was, so it started with, she said, what was it? No, you started making fun of Native Americans. And then,
I don't think that's how it went down.
And then she said her husband was Native American.
Yeah, I think that came first.
And then we were talking about people being white trash, and you said, well, it'd be like if Tasha had a waterbed still, and sure shit, she did. And then she sent us a picture of her bedroom, and above her waterbed, she had a Confederate flag. And then after we talked about that, that was it. We hadn't heard from her since.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is that we've been alienating our listeners since like day one, maybe day 2. Maybe we should not do that.
What the fuck's the fun in that?
None. What? So I think that people start these podcasts or whatever projects they're working on. They start doing what they want because they don't care about anything else. They just want to do what they're doing. And then they get big and they realize that in order to keep that level of listeners, that they can't do what they were originally doing. We couldn't, if we got really big, do you think we could stay big if we alienated everybody the same as we do now? So what makes you grow and what helps you get bigger is doing your own thing. But once you get to a certain level, you can't do your own thing anymore because all these new people want to hear you be like everybody else.
Yeah, well, we never have to worry about that because There ain't no network that's going to change us. Fuck you, Drama City Productions.
See,
Try to keep
like I
me
said,
down.
I'm letting you argue against it all yourself. I haven't.
Well, they come in here with their big podcast money and try to change our.
Their big podcast money.
You think big podcast is going to tell me what to say?
Oh shit! So
They wave their sponsorships in my face.
do they have sponsorships?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm still out then. I want to sell Casper mattresses for a living. So they have like an actual studio. Like
We're not talking about them anymore.
No, I am because where's it at? Because if we can move there and record in their studio, I'm back in. I'm on their network.
It's Wyoming.
Oh, never mind. I'm out.
You can't just be one ball in and one ball out in this network. You're either all in or all out. That's it.
I'm all out.
All right. Sorry, guys.
I'm not.
I'm double in.
Doug's double in to make up for me not being in.
Just get the fucking. Okay, so what does it mean? It's a fucking podcast network where you go to the website and all the podcasts are listed with the links to all their episodes. But the fucking website's down.
Maybe there's so many people listening it crashed the website. You ever think of that?
You know, we have
Merch.
I was gonna go right into the whole Seamus. We have almost 10,000 downloads. And we did it all ourselves without Drama City Production. We don't need them.
Yeah. Did he? So, okay. All I heard was his side of the story. Did he actually get kicked off of their network?
Yeah.
For causing drama?
Yeah.
And somehow, now you knew that. Now somehow you thought we would be able to stay on their network?
Okay. So you and I had talked, I don't know, after Poop Culture and said that we were never joining another network.
Right.
Okay. And then Seamus got kicked off this network, and I was like, that's like an invite to us. And it was really that rant that Todd, not Seamus, I guess, that Todd did.
Yeah.
About how Drama City Productions is nothing without him or whatever the fuck he said.
I never heard that.
I may have made that up. But
I don't care. It's still true.
Which was the draw for me. Because I want to be as big as Todd.
In your own head, I think you are. That just listening to 5 minutes of that guy talk, he's the best at everything he's ever done. Everything. No matter, his podcast is the best podcast. And I listened to that Chewed Gum podcast. It's literally just him reading IMDb.
You're just regurgitating what was said on WATP.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It was so bad though. I mean, like,
it was like our true crime episode.
Right. But we did it ironically, so we're good.
Anyway, yeah, so that was the draw for us to join.
You said us.
Well, yeah, because originally it was us.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You're good at this.
We move as a unit.
I'll have you in. What? Okay, so all the money that is generated by us being on this network that nobody can get to. That's all my money.
How are you going to separate it out?
All of it to me?
No.
Pretty easy.
I understand
I did all that math in my head.
I understand that part of it, but how are you going to separate out which money came from the network and which money didn't?
Well, I assume when the Brinks truck backs up and it wasn't backing up the week before.
It says Drama City on the side of the truck. Here's your money.
Where do you work at? And the guy has a real deep voice and goes, drama, city.
So they got the voiceover guy driving the truck? What kind of rinky-dink outfit is this?
Where is Drama City?
I thought you said it was in Wyoming. Drama City, Wyoming. Isn't that right?
Drama City, and then he's got the drama thing. I bet there ain't a black person within 500 miles of where he's at.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I guess I just associate black people with drama. I don't know.
Fuck? Oh my god. Huh.
Anyway, so today,
moving on.
No, I'm not going down that road.
All right. I think you should.
No, it was. I want to try to steer clear of social justice. Like,
Aww.
just this week. I'm just not in the mood.
Aww. Oh.
Fuck. All right. All right. So now how long we've been recording?
36 minutes.
Okay.
You're just waiting for the end? You're just going to...
36 minutes. And I bet we have 40 things to talk about on this stupid fucking list.
Uh-huh.
We're still on number 1, and it's been about an entirely other podcast. That's our whole show this week is about a different podcast network.
Then I'm not even on.
And there's like 60, I don't know how many fucking podcasts are in this network, but I can't tell them to you because I can't get to the fucking website.
Does he not know that his website's down? Did they put us up yet? Did they put us on their website?
I don't know. I haven't other than just I can't tell you because it's fucking down.
So how'd this conversation go? Doug, do you want to be on our network? Yes. That was it?
No. All right, moving on.
All right. Okay.
All right, so we have to play this other promo too. You want to let's get, how about this? How about we play the promo?
Mm-hmm.
And they're on a different network.
Well, maybe they'll take me. What network are they on? What promo is? What are we doing here?
So I got us wrapped up in like a promo swap with another podcast. They played ours, so we're going to play theirs.
Okay, and they're on a different network.
Yes.
Why in the world would you do that?
I did that before we joined this network. All right, so you want to disengage from? Okay, for the next two minutes, we're not part of the other network. There, that should solve any problems.
So we can just jump in and out as we need to. This portion of the show is not sponsored by Drama City Productions.
Drama. This is Hush Your Face.
Are you playing another promo?
Yeah.
How long is it? Because I have to pee.
Okay, so I guess.
Can you put it on repeat?
Hold on.
All right.
Download.
He said download. Hold on. Let me get this.
I'll get there.
Uh-huh.
All right. This is for hashtag no offense.
Oh, all right.
You, no matter what I say, you always sound so.
What's up, all you guys out there in podcast land? This is Chris.
This is Jason.
And I'm the Duchess.
And we're the hashtag no offense show, bringing you your week.
Yeah, that's good. I just wasn't ready for it. I thought you were talking and it just started.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah, don't
ready.
forget about me sucking dicks.
Oh,
Jesus.
that's I guess.
Some of them dick pics.
Let's just check out this clip from a recent episode.
Bitch.
You know, they don't really have any problems at all.
Fuck yeah, why would you?
Yeah.
We'll be back in a bit.
Oh, exactly.
And the girls are getting paid. They're happy.
And nobody's suing anybody for whipping their dick out.
She's got fucking health care for sucking dick, dude. I mean, like, do you know how many bitches in America would suck dick for health care?
I would suck dick for health care.
You've got it by being married.
For free health care. Yeah, but if we can get health care for free, you will let me suck dick?
I pay
If I eat sandwiches
$550 a month for health care. Is $550 a month worth it to you to suck a gang of dicks for free health care?
How many are a gang? And will they be providing?
What is a gang of dicks?
Will they be providing sandwiches
lot.
afterwards? Because if they have sandwiches, then I am in.
I'll pay the $5.50 and take you to Firehouse, okay? So if you like what you heard, head on over to htnos.com.
And you can subscribe on any of your podcast platforms.
And don't forget to follow us on all the socials, HTNOS everywhere.
Yeah, I'm here. How many times did it play?
I don't know.
I think that's our new thing. Send us your promos. We'll play them while we pee. That way we don't have to cut shit.
All right. That was hashtag no offense. They're on all the medias.
On all the medias.
I think
what network are they on?
HT No Moss. HT Nas. HT Nas.
What the fuck is that?
Hashtag no offense show.
Is that their network?
No, like on if you want to find them, they're on like Twitter.
Oh. Fair enough.
Now you're gonna make me look it up. You could have just said, "Yeah, go check them out." But
yeah, go check them out. You don't have to look up shit. I don't give a fuck.
They're not on our network though.
Just say they are. That's a good way to get kicked off. Just start saying other shows are on the network.
Yeah, now I can't fucking find them. I'm so over this.
All right.
Fuck.
We gonna do a show, or we just gonna sit here and just talk to each other?
Here. You know how my brain works, man. Once
you're on a mission.
I get on something. Yeah, I can't stop. HTNOS.com.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Is their website up? Maybe we'll join their network.
Hold on, let's check.
Maybe we'll start a network with just us and them.
Yeah, their site works just fine.
Perfect.
They're part of the Inner Circle.
Oh, who else is on that? Why don't we do a promo for the Inner Circle? Do you think they'll take me?
This looks like I almost said this looks like a good network.
All right, Inner Circle. Will you take me? Not Doug, just me, onto your network? I would be happy to join.
It's Blunt Mommy.
Married I'm out.
No, it's not.
Oh shit!
You know what? Since our podcast network's website don't work, I'm going to promote the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Perfect.
They got the No Offense Show, The Plunge, Shit Happens When You Party Naked, The Hood Diner, and Simmons and More. Go check them out.
And
they're all
soon to be half of the Who's Right podcast. Hit me up, guys.
Put me on a fucking network that make me look like a schmuck, and the goddamn website don't work when I start recording.
So I said hit me up, guys, but what I really meant was hit Doug up, and he'll make sure I get on your network. Oh my god, what am I on again? The Inner Scrotum, Inner Circle. Is that what it was? Inner Circle.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm on the Inner Circle network, so find me there. Do I get to? Can I just say that? Does that?
You can find our Beastie Boys episode over there.
Right. They have exclusive rights.
All right. Well, that went differently.
It went exactly as I thought it would.
Well, as I was sitting here, okay. Here's what I would have thought.
All right.
If I was to run a podcast network, and the website was down for whatever reason,
yeah,
I would send out a note to everybody and just say, hey, website's down. It should be back up in whatever, 2 hours, whatever. Sure. Fuck it is. I got to wait till my fucking check comes in and pay that $7 for the year. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever the reason is.
But to have the audacity
Uh-huh.
to bamboozle me and bring me into this fucking network.
You got bamboozled?
What's the name of our network?
Dark
Drama City.
Dark.
I didn't land on Drama City Productions. Drama City Productions landed on me.
Perfect.
Is it still February?
Nope.
Damn it.
Why? Were you hoping to get one jab in on Black History Month or what?
Yeah, we didn't even acknowledge it.
Because I don't care.
Remember last year on Black History Month, we were going to do a Black History fact?
Were we?
Yeah.
Let's do it now. Let's do a Black History fact this month.
All right. Hold on. I'll find one.
All right, cool. Can it be about the guy that invented the peanut or whatever?
No, everybody uses that one.
Oh.
All right.
Can it be something about Jesus really being black?
4 black men accused of a 1949 rape of white women in Florida are pardoned.
Oh.
Good for them.
Cool. That was the fact? That was the fact of the day? Good.
You want to know more?
It's good to see justice being served after all these years. Sure.
It's out of Florida, so we could...
Did we get it from our Florida correspondent?
No. She won't talk to us anymore.
Oh, I thought you were just kidding. So, no pictures of her snatch? It's just not happening? I can give up on that?
What the fuck? Holy shit, we're reading this fucking story.
All right.
Hold on. I got to send it to you so you can keep up.
Okay.
Or do you want me to just read it because you don't...
You can send it.
Tallahassee, Florida. What'd you say?
Are you sending it or not?
Well, it's going to take some time because I don't know how I'll send it to you.
Oh, okay. Just read it. Who fucking cares?
All right. I'll send it to you. Hold on. I'm in the chat bubble for our meeting here.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Tallahassee, Florida. After a dramatic hour-long meeting that recalled events from nearly 7 decades ago. How old is this story? Oh, it's not even that old. Cool. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the state's 3-member cabinet granted posthumous pardon Friday. Don't be that guy.
Sorry, my bad.
Friday to 4 African-American men accused. You said they were black at the beginning.
What?
The headline says 4 black men, but later on they're from Africa. 4 African-American men accused of raping a white woman in 1949 case now seen as a racial injustice. The case of the men, known as the Groveland Four, has been documented in a book and is considered a blight on Florida's history. Yeah, that's the blight.
Yeah, yep.
One of the 4 was killed before he could be charged, and the other 3 were convicted on dubious evidence. All right. Here we go. The families of the men accused of the assault told DeSantis and the cabinet meeting as a clemency board that there is overwhelming evidence the men were innocent and there was no rape. The woman, who was 17 when she said she was raped, sat in a wheelchair and later told Governor DeSantis and the cabinet the rape did indeed happen, saying she was dragged from a car, had a gun put to her head, and was told not to scream or they would blow your brains out. This is funny.
All right.
The unanimous... Here we go. The ordeal began in Lake County in 1949 when the then 17-year-old said she had been raped. 3 of the men were arrested and severely beaten. A 4th, Ernest Thomas, fled. A posse of about 1,000 men was formed to hunt down Thomas. He was shot 400 times when they found him sleeping under a tree.
What the fuck?
White residents also formed a mob and went to a black neighborhood, burning houses and firing guns into homes in a disturbance that took days to quell.
What in the hell?
Okay. All right, hold on. I got to process what I just read.
Okay.
A posse of about 1,000 men was formed to hunt down Thomas. Isn't that called a lynching? Isn't this called a lynching?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, a lynching is when they hang them, right? They form a posse and then they hang them. They got to hang them for it to be a lynching, right?
I don't know that that's true. I'll look it up.
I thought that's what a lynching was.
It says, okay, lynch. Hold on.
Lynch.
See, that's what lynch.
Lynch.
All right. We got that part down.
Verb of a mob, kill someone, especially by hanging, for an alleged offense with or without a legal trial.
Gotcha.
So does it have to be hanging?
All it says is especially by hanging, right? So that I don't think it has to be.
All right.
He was lynched 400 times. That's what it says. Wait, shot 400 times.
He lynched 400 times.
What year was this? 1949? Jeez.
Niggardly.
What the fuck?
1949, yes.
All right, so with all of this evidence that you've just read, do you think they did it?
No, I think that he was only shot 300 times.
Not them.
Oh.
I know they did it.
You want to hold court right now? Is that what we're doing?
No, nah. I don't care.
Here's what I think. Okay. Do we want to turn? This is going right down the fucking social justice road.
You said you didn't. You're the one that brought this up. You want to steer clear, and I always want to go down that road. So whatever, we'll go. Let's go. We'll go hand in hand, buddy. We'll go hand in hand.
All right. I'll go down this road.
Okay.
If you join me in this network and leave the network you're on.
You're not going to extort me. No.
I'm going to lynch you.
I like my network. What was Dark? Which network am I on?
What happens if they don't take you?
The Inner Sanctum. I don't care. I'm just going to tell everybody I'm on it anyways. What are they going to do? Are they going to sue me? He's pretending to be in our network. They're going to sue me for damages, $50 million.
Check us out on Smodcast.
There you go. See how that works?
All right. All right. Do we go down this road or not? Fuck.
Of course we do.
All right. So what's your view of that paragraph?
A posse of about 1,000 men? Is that paragraph?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. How are you going to get 1,000 people and all of those 1,000 people, all they care?
How do you shoot somebody 400 times?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I guarantee you there was maybe one or two people that were mad that this woman got raped, and there were 999 people that were like, black guy? Yeah, let's go kill him. They're like, they didn't even know what he did. They don't care. We're forming a posse to kill a black guy? Yeah, I'm in.
I think that's probably cemented by the white residents also formed a mob and went to a black neighborhood, burning houses and firing guns into homes.
Yes.
For days.
For days. So fucked. In 1949. Holy fuck.
Okay. So now do you see how something like that translates to where we're at today?
Oh, absolutely. People are quick to forget history, I think. I think that's what's happening right now. Judging people
I
based
feel like
on...
you are so worried about things that you say now. It's like you're...
What do you mean?
Okay, so you're constantly worried that you're the one on the show that nobody likes.
Oh, I'm not worried about that at all. I know that for a fact. Why would I be worried about it?
It's like you're trying to win them back.
No, there is zero chance of that happening.
You have always said that the history of this, what's happened in this country, has no bearing on the race relations in this country.
Because you didn't let me finish whatsoever. I was going somewhere completely different than what you think. Obviously,
I apologize.
You should.
I did.
I know. All right.
All right.
So the idea that we've established that 999 men just wanted to kill a black person because they didn't like the color of his skin, right? I mean, we've kind of established that fact. So people have forgotten what happens when you just don't like people because of the color of their skin. The only difference now is that it's in fashion to not like white people because of the color of their skin. I'm not saying that they're killing white people, but this is where it leads. This is the kind of thing that happens when you just irrationally don't like somebody because of the color of their skin.
You're right. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. You did. You took us in a place that I least expected.
There you go.
That this is about white people and how we're.
and I knew that's where you were going to go, and I know that's where our audience is going to go, is that you think I'm saying how we're oppressed. I know we're not oppressed. I'm not that stupid. But the idea that you can judge somebody based on the color of their skin and it's perfectly acceptable, well, this story shows that it's not acceptable, and this is what happens. So why would you go the other way and try to do it again? Why would you try to normalize it in 2019? It seems so stupid to me.
So you're telling me you can't look at the color of somebody's skin and make a judgment on them?
I think everybody does, but I think that to negatively judge somebody on the color of their skin just because of the color of their skin is not necessarily a good idea. You should try not to do that. But I think everybody kind of does.
When you're walking, of course everybody does. When you're walking through the mall and you see somebody who is yellow and their eyes are like closed, you don't look at them and think, I bet they know how to use a wok.
Nope. I can honestly say that I've never thought that.
Well, then maybe you're colorblind after all.
Nope. I'm not. Definitely not colorblind.
All right. That was our. We need a. What do they call them? Teaser, kicker, spinner.
What the fuck are you talking about?
A transition or in radio. There's a word.
A bumper.
Sweeper.
Sweeper.
A radio sweeper is a short pre-recorded sample used by radio stations as segues between songs that give listeners a brief station identifier or promo.
So okay, that brings up another important point.
Okay, go ahead.
Why I think I don't like indie podcasts. It's the carryover from radio. This is a totally different format, but people think that they have to do it like radio has always been done. You don't. Stop. This isn't radio.
You're listening to Who's Right Podcast. It's 19 minutes past the hour.
Right. Next, we're going to check in with the weather copter or weather tractor or whatever the fuck it is.
Weather tractor. All right. No, yeah, do it. Start doing the weather. I'll be the tractor. Go.
I'll be the tractor. I want to be the tractor. That doesn't sound anything like a tractor. Chicka, 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 chicka.
That's a train, you stupid fuck.
Oh, yeah. I got to work on my horse work or foliage work or whatever you called it.
Foliage work. That's a tree, stupid.
That's a tree, stupid. That was the best line of the show. That's a tree, stupid. That's what you got to call the show. All right. Are we done with social justice and how woe is me for white people?
Yeah.
Because that's not what I'm saying. If you think that's what I'm saying, you're a fucking moron.
So here's what the story was about: a guy who was lynched, or not lynched. He was hunted down by 1,000 people and shot 400 times.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And Anthony made it about white people.
Nope. I absolutely didn't make it about white people. I made it about how people have forgotten history, and when you judge people based on the color of their skin, this is the kind of thing that happens. So if you want to take that as being about white people, have at her.
Why'd you just blunt mommy burp?
Because that's what she does when she's drinking, so why can't I do that when I'm drinking?
Oh, you're drinking?
Yes.
I thought you weren't supposed to do that anymore because of how you get.
So when we first started this show tonight, I was like, oh, fuck, I need a drink.
And then you just can't stop?
Well, yeah. How many beers do you have before you stop? When you pass out?
I haven't drank in... I don't even think I've had a beer since I moved to North Carolina.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Were you ever a big drinker, though? I mean, like recently, in your recent life? I don't mean when you were a kid.
My recent life, like in the last 5 years?
10 years?
Oh, yeah.
5 years?
Yeah.
3 years? I'm trying to figure out the point where it stopped. Did you go to AA?
Typically, there's a reason why when somebody says, I haven't had a drink in a year and a half, there's a reason why.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm trying to get to. So go ahead.
It's probably been about a year and a half ago since I pissed myself in my sleep. So how's that?
Fair enough.
All right. So let's get to our first story. Let's get the show started.
Yeah, this has all been promo. We're gonna need you to drop in this hour promo.
How long have we been going?
An hour and 3 minutes.
Jesus Christ!
We got another 2 hours to go, so don't get tired.
I really wanted to try to keep this to an hour show.
Why?
Because I don't want to talk anymore.
Yes, you do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We got 18 news articles to go through.
Better get busy. That just means that we don't have to do any research for next week's show, or maybe even the week after that.
I think some of these are carried over for the better part of a month now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Usually that means they're quality.
I think I had a couple good ones. I don't want to do that one about the comedian yet, because that'll be a whole show by itself.
Doesn't your wife knit?
Yeah.
We can do that one.
All right, coming at you.
whatever one you want. Balls in the salsa.
I'm on it. I'm on it now.
All right.
The knitting community is reckoning with racism. Oh my God.
Tricked
you. Fucking tricked me.
Tricked you.
All right. Is there a point here to jump to?
So let's see.
This motherfucking article is
it's long.
Days long.
Yeah, it's long. So this woman, it's all about knitting and people who join these knitting clubs. So this woman has a blog about knitting, which I honestly thought it was just an old person thing, or I didn't think that hip young people did it. So this woman wrote in her blog that she's going on a trip to India, and she wrote that 2019 would be her year of color. She says that as a child, India had fascinated her, and that when an Indian friend's parents offered to take her with them on a trip, it was like being offered a seat on a flight to Mars. She spoke of the trip as if it were the biggest hurdle anyone could jump. If I can go to India, I can do anything, I'm pretty sure. It should be noted that Templar is white. So that's the whole kickoff of the article. It was that people were pissed that she would be excited about going to India. And it started a conversation about racism in the knitting community. Do you think that there's anything racist about being excited about going to India? It says
I feel like you had to have left out really important parts of the story.
As someone who is mixed race Indian, to me, her post, though seemingly well-meaning, was like bingo for every conversation a white person has ever had with me about their fascination with my dad's home country. It was just so colorful and complex and inspiring. It's not that they were wrong, per se. It's just that the tone felt like they thought India only existed to be all of those things for them.
Okay, so let's break that. Fuck me. Okay, so here I'm going to tell you why I'm conflicted.
Okay.
Normally, when you start reading a story like this,
Yeah.
For the sake of the show, I say something like, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay. And
But this time you really weren't?
No, I almost went that route on this.
Okay.
And I thought, you know what? That's bullshit, because Anthony found something, thought it was worth talking about. So at least feign attention.
Yeah.
And then here's why I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's why. Are you saying that I should have said that? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying here's why I don't like the article.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As someone who is mixed race Indian, to me, her post, though seemingly well-meaning, so she acknowledges in that first sentence that the post itself had no ill intent.
Right.
Was like bingo for every conversation a white person has ever had with me about their fascination with my dad's home country. It's so colorful and complex and inspiring. Okay, so white people have come up to her and said that the country that she's from is an inspiring place.
Mm-hmm.
And then she acknowledges it's not that they're wrong. But it feels like the tone that they took is that India only existed to be all those things for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tone that she takes from it.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks that India exists
for white people.
Right, for white people to take in the colors. It's
Right.
so they can produce cash register attendants.
That's a different route than I would have taken, but okay. So a little ways down, it says, Karen, I'd like you to reread what you wrote and think about how the words feed into a colonial imperialist mindset toward India and other non-Western countries. Multiple times you compare the idea of going to India to the idea of going to another planet. How do you think a person from India would feel to hear that? And that this sparked a whole conversation about racism in the knitting community. Templar has since apologized.
My knitter.
Writing.
That's the name of the episode.
Perfect. It took women of color pointing this out for me to see it, which is not their responsibility, and I'm thankful for them to taking the time.
I want to thank all the pox that have taken the time to point out about the things that we have said.
All the pox?
Yes. Both the black and the indigenous pox.
I think I'm an indigenous pox.
You're not even a black pox.
So is it different to be a POC than it is to be a POS? Oh my God.
All right. Good for her.
Says the knitters I spoke to were frustrated that Templar's blog post seemed to be the thing that made the conversation blow up. To say that it started with Karen Templar is to give her more credit than she deserves. But to say that white women noticed it when it happened to Karen Templar is more accurate. That's shitty. But if that's what it takes to get the conversation started, I have trouble spending a lot of time feeling bad about it. These people are just shitty people.
Knitters?
Whoever this article is talking about, just shitty garbage people.
It's just people trying to get in on the shit.
Yeah, shitty people.
It's no different than... Okay, so you know how it's generally white people that get pissed off at other white people about what white people say about black people?
Yes.
Okay, it's the same thing with us.
Us, like me and you?
Yeah. Every time that we've been attacked for talking either about retards or autistic people or blacks, or what, not one autistic person has ever complained, but it's always somebody else. It's always a non-autistic. It's the same fucking thing.
I don't know if that's fair.
It's not fair. I'm tired of it.
Oh, you're making this all about you.
Yeah, me and my network.
Me and my network.
You know what? Hold on. Hold on. I just thought of an angle.
All right.
If you motherfuckers, and I want this to be pulled and put on YouTube.
All right.
If you have a problem with me talking about autistic people being raped, then you take it to me and everybody at Drama City Productions.
Perfect.
All for one and one for all.
Beautiful.
It doesn't do you any good. You're on the outside looking in, bitch.
Yeah, but I've never been attacked. You're the one that says bad things, so I'm politically correct. So,
all right, I am moving on.
Yeah, a lot of the reviews, not a lot, but some of the reviews that I've seen on our show is that we talk about issues that nobody else has the balls to talk about. I saw somebody say that. Now, does that make sense to you?
What issues?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What issues? I just talk about things that are annoying and like I see that we're heading in the wrong direction as a society and stupid. I mean, that's not an issue really. It's just I think it's stupid. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe all these people getting offended on other people's behalves is a good thing.
Okay, so here's how it plays out. You open up a little bit,
yeah,
and you tell our listeners about your son,
yeah,
who you burnt,
right,
and
it was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose.
And there's somebody out there that's like, see, these guys talk about the things that nobody talks about.
Maybe that person has a burnt up son. Speaking of that, me and Bernie watched what the fuck, Nightmare on Elm Street this weekend. He didn't like it.
Is that my daddy?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. All right.
Yeah, so racists knitting. So yeah, there's that.
So I know I put some of these stories on here and I don't know why. Dog casket. All right, this looks like it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, that's good.
We already did that.
We did?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we did.
We did it last week.
All right, let's do it again. Fucking who cares? Did you see this media harassment one? Did you see this?
Oh, I just clicked on the other one. Hold on. God damn it. Media harassment. All right. I'm not even gonna look.
All right.
I'm jumping in balls deep. Actor Boyd Banks sorry for licking. CBC reporter on live TV says there's no excuse for his actions.
There's a video. I'll put the video on the website so that I'll put this link on the website so everybody can watch the video. The whole
Have you put anything on the website?
Yeah, I've been putting our stories on there that we talk about and stuff, and my link to all my shit that I find randomly. If you're ever wondering what I'm thinking about, what I do with my time.
Chris, what was going through your mind as you were...
What the fuck was that?
I thought I was playing the video, but it's
not. All the way down at the bottom on the left.
My internet's different than yours.
All right.
$0.5 million from all three levels of government every single year.
It's not very long.
And you can see just by the fact that they're standing remotely at this event, this town hall tonight, Dwight, just the kind of interest that this is having with Toronto's comic community. Yes, of course. Why not?
This is interesting to listen to, that's for sure.
Right.
Well, so essentially what they're doing right now is a soft launch, and what they will do ultimately will be a hard launch. That's not going to happen until later on this spring. But as you can see, a lot of people are rallying around them, and they are hoping that this town hall will stop this transition to Just for Laughs from happening. But things are getting a little awkward out here, so I'm going to pass it back to you, Dwight.
Isn't that assault or something?
So yeah, that was my whole thing. Is that what do you think? You watched the video. Now, can maybe describe? He comes up behind him and sniffs his head, and he's trying to be funny, right? He's a comedian.
That gives him no right to rape his ear.
So the whole thing about this article is that.
All right. So in all honesty, okay. So what it is there's a guy reporting at a comedy club, it appears.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of people sitting around a table, and this comic walks up behind him and is making faces behind him when he's talking to the camera, and then he starts making kissing noises, and then he starts sticking his tongue out, and then I guess I wouldn't call it licking, but I mean he touched him with his tongue and moved it up and down.
So this quote, unfortunately, the trend of harassing reporters continues and is something we take very, very seriously. Simply stated.
Hold on. I wanted to finish my thought.
Okay, sorry.
So I've been in this situation where wrong place or wrong time.
Yeah.
And trying to get a laugh.
Yeah.
And as you're doing something, it's like you kind of get like in that mode, and it's like, well, fuck. I mean, fuck. I've done it on here where I know better than to say something, and I say it anyway just to get the laugh.
Right. Now, would you consider, in all honesty, that harassment?
Harassment, no. Assault, yes.
Why? Why is it assault?
I believe assault is anytime somebody touches you without your permission.
Yeah, that's like the legal definition, but you know,
not sexual assault, not sexual offender, nothing like that. I would say it's assault.
It just this whole article reads like like this guy is the worst person, and he should, you know,
like he walked up and face fucked him.
Yeah, that's what yeah, exactly. I mean,
like he walked up and butt fucked him right in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Like it reads like all these journalists are getting harassed, and the guy was making a fucking joke, and he's a goddamn comedian. Shut up. Just fucking sack up Sunday or whatever that was, whatever you said.
Good callback.
Right.
Drama. All right, so you don't think he should be charged with anything? Nothing. Just let it go.
Charged with anything? Absolutely not.
Yeah, and I think you're wrong.
What do you think he should be charged with?
Assault.
Are you serious? You think he should be charged with assault?
Yes.
That's insane.
You can't have it both ways, Anthony.
I can though.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not sure what we're talking about, but I can. What can I have both ways?
Okay. So what if it's your daughter that's standing in the mall getting interviewed, and that old man walked up and licked her ear?
It would be a completely different situation. I would be going to jail.
Why?
Because that guy's free speech doesn't cover his tongue. Right? Wait. Is that the argument we're having? I always forget what we're talking about. So it's totally different. This guy was.
It's not.
It is. This guy was in a comedy club with comedians.
Oh, so you can get ear raped in a comedy club and it's legal. Onwards. I know where I'm going.
First of all, ear rape's not a thing. I've tried. If you can't handle comedians in a comedy club, maybe don't be a reporter that goes to comedy clubs. Maybe stick to the fucking feminist beat or whatever it is, you jackass.
You're an idiot.
No, it's cool.
Listen, if you have a problem with some 60-year-old dude sticking his tongue in your ear, then maybe don't be a reporter.
Now you're getting it. Oh, so the problem is that maybe he committed a crime, maybe he should be charged, whatever. But so what happens to him? So you think he should go to jail?
Jail? No.
But if it's assault, then you go to jail for assault.
No, it's a simple misdemeanor.
I don't think it is. I don't think assault is a misdemeanor.
I've been charged with assault. I know what the fuck it is.
How many people have you licked? Illegally.
Misdemeanor assault. Misdemeanor Elliot. Nope.
All right. As long as he doesn't go to jail, I'm good with it. And as long as they don't try
assault is a misdemeanor punishable by 1 year imprisonment. Whoa. Assault with intent to have carnal knowledge of him or her.
What?
Or with decently assaults another or who commits assault.
What the fuck does that mean?
he fucked him in the ear hole. That's what it means.
So, okay. So does this mean that once Twitter finds out, are they going to take away his comedy career? Is he done? Can he not be a comedian anymore because Twitter said so? That's what. That's the main thing I'm worried about. Okay, whatever. He gets charged. I don't care. He broke the law. He gets charged with the law. But the problem is the social consequences that piss me off.
No, I don't think anything should happen at all other than.
But in this article, it says something about Twitter. So Twitter already knows. So this guy's probably already done being a comedian. His life's probably over. That's how Twitter works. Once they find out you did something wrong, your life's over. We should just stay away from Twitter.
I wanted to shout out Peter Norica. As I was looking around, I seen that he just put up a post.
Okay. Up his butt?
Because he just put out a new album.
Oh, sweet.
It said, I received the sales report for the new EP. I want to sincerely thank everyone that purchased my new music. You two are the best.
Us too? Like me and you?
No, I didn't buy his shit.
But, I mean, did he say that we're the best?
No.
Who was he talking to?
Yeah, this is why I don't like you drinking, man.
All right, start over. Peter, who now? So he sent that tweet to you?
No, forget it.
You said you two are the best. Who's he talking to?
I don't know. Just because you see the tweet doesn't necessarily mean that it's to you. You know that works well. Forget it.
Yeah, yes, I know how that works, but you're reading it like it was to you and me.
I just read what he wrote.
So you're welcome.
Very good. All right, we're done with that. I'm going to. You want me to put this episode up? The black people that got shot by 1,000 white guys.
Yeah.
So you can.
Yeah. Put it on there.
All right, it's up here at the top. There you go.
Yep.
All right.